Ibrahim Abu Halima is an accountancy student, and this is how he covers most of his course fees. Collecting rubble near the Israeli border to sell as gravel for use in concrete. More and more young Gazans are turning to this way of making money, but it's a dangerous activity.
Times are tough, so I have no choice. We are far from the border, but still one bullet could end everything.
Gaza's health ministry says since 2009, at least 2 people have been killed and around 50 injured by Israeli soldiers while collecting stones in and around the declared 300-meter no-go area. Israel says it imposed the buffer zone in response to what it called hostile terrorist incidents, saying that often they were in a civilian disguise. But human rights groups and the United Nations say the Israeli army is not respecting its own rules, and often the results can be deadly. The UN says 25 civilians have been killed near the border since last year, some while trying to farm their land outside the buffer zone. And the way the limits keep changing also makes things dangerous for the rubble collectors. This is 17-year-old Ahmed hours after a bullet passed through his ankle.
I was far from the border, about 700 meters away. I was working with my brother, then they shot me.
One of Ahmed's brothers was actually shot while collecting rubble 2 years ago and is now back doing the same work. Officials say Ahmed's injuries fit a pattern, suggesting that Israeli troops are firing even though they know the youngsters are not fighters planning an attack.
The most boys were injured in their lower limbs, in legs. They were far away from this buffer zone. And I think just to injure, no other aim.
The Israeli army has not responded to these allegations. Human rights groups in Gaza and in Israel are hoping to start a legal challenge to breaches of the official buffer zone. In the meantime, the rubble collectors continue to run the risk. Nadeem Barber, Al Jazeera, Beit Hanoun in Gaza.